next thing it's just said is forgive my sins.
Whoa.
Nah, it came from the kitchen, came from the back end of the house.
This motion sensor has just gone off again and I'm outside. Sounds like we got two people.
What the? Henry Saunders, you are there. Would you like to communicate with us?
I'm telling you now, this feels different.
Ooh, what the fuck is that? Is there someone coming over?
I don't feel good.
Now open with the light on.
Open with the light on.
Welcome to ghost hunting in Australia. Get out of here.
Oh, shit.
We've got him.
We've got him. Thank you very much for coming through.
Coming through to us.
Yo people, we are here in Perth, Western Australia at the Olive Garden Estate, here to investigate some alleged paranormal activity. I'm Jason, sitting with Michael. We've got Kat behind the camera and we've got Shane behind our night vision camera, and I am excited to be here because I don't think anyone has ever investigated this place.
No,
it's a hidden gem.
Isn't that fantastic, mate? Well, we're here to investigate some alleged paranormal activities with the late and great Honourable Henry John Saunders. Now, he was a politician here in WA in the late 1800s. There's been some sightings of an elderly man in a trench coat behind the cafeteria, and even like a top hat, I believe. Yep, and he's been down in the olive tree. So we're come to investigate that to see what's going on, see if he wants to communicate with us or anything like that. So
yeah. So essentially, this was built in 1927. We don't know if it's in honour of him, supposedly. We got the, what is it, just a jacaranda tree that was planted there as well.
That's great, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Good bit of
so
history.
we've also got this, which is the, I guess this is the cottage where I guess we've got the cafe here. And we do have like a bar section and like an entertainment venue next door that we do have access to as
Beautiful,
well.
isn't it?
We just saw it like literally an hour ago. That thing is banging, like it's banging over there. So yeah, we literally got the static camera rolling in there in this front window because this is where he's allegedly been.
Yep, we've got the truckies as well, thanks mate, good on you.
And yeah, we're literally just going to roll on in and see what we find and just get to it. So hopefully we can communicate with the one and only Mr. Saunders.
Yeah, beautiful. So let's do it. Shall we go in?
Should we go in?
Let's do it. Come on in with us, guys. Let's go.
Alright, come on in. Welcome to MTV Cribs. This be my house for the night. No. Come on in. So essentially, this is the coolest thing, is we walked in and didn't even know this thing was here. The Henley Park Estate, which actually has Henry J. Saunders' name actually on this, which is the creepiest thing because we've done our research before coming here, and the owner of the property didn't even know that this was the former mayor of Perth, Western Australia for a period of time. So if that is the same dude, which we believe it is, would be insane, would be actually crazy. So we found out he did have something to do with this area of Henley.
Actually, he's a very important person as well because he was, here in Australia, he was a civil engineer and he worked on the Midland Railway line, which was inflicted with C.Y. O'Connor's engineering building of the Mundaring Weir, which was built to supply all the what they called the miners out in the gold rush out in the Kalgoorlie goldfields. So they built the train line to supply supplies essentially to those guys, and he had a lot to do with that. So this guy was quite important, along with C.Y. O'Connor, a lot of local history with that, and yeah, so it looks like they've named a whole estate after him. And here we are today, this old chestnut of a house, and he's run around haunting it, and you know,
supposedly haunting it.
He's supposedly haunting it, but we'll hopefully we'll have a good chat with him and see what's up and see what's going on. There's a bit of sad history behind him as well, what we learned earlier today, so we might express it. Let's see how we go.
And then we come through here to the kitchen, because this is literally like a working cafe as of like every day. People are working here, and we've got some cool like old shots of the place, which is even more cool. We don't even have dates on them, but the Olive Estate tea room. Yeah, this is just, and it's just crazy to see where this place has kind of come from. And yeah, I mean the fact that this is still working today and no one has even, multiple people, so we have the staff here and we have patrons that have come here that have also said they have seen a gentleman here. So countless amounts of people have said the same thing without knowing this gentleman actually roams here. So I walked through to see the man behind the coffee machine.
Would you like some tea? Yeah, so if you come on through to the full commission, you know, they have what, hundreds of customers come through, thousands over a whole entire weekend, and apparently numerous reports. And even in fact, the mother of the owner of this property has seen the paranormal person in question the most, and she's given us a brief description. She's quite excited about us here investigating. She wants to know a bit more about him, all that sort of stuff. So we're quite excited as well, in fact, don't you think? Yeah, I reckon it's going to be great. So, you know, I mean, they were just cooking steaks on this earlier today. So, you know, so it's full on active place, and it's good that we've got a few witness accounts, which is absolutely fantastic.
So I guess this is the most important room of all, not only for where the people eat, but where Mr. Saunders has supposedly been seen is standing practically right here. And people have said as they've walked through the outside of the building, they have looked in and seen what looks like a gentleman standing here inside the building in the window. So, so from where Michael is out there, so we've got our static camera set up here. We're going to have that rolling throughout the night. Hopefully we can pick something up there, but essentially this is just the room that he has been spotted in most in this building. So fingers crossed he wants to show himself and have a conversation with us tonight. Fingers crossed. It is now 10:30 p.m. so we're getting to a nice time to start trying to reach out and see if he wants to come and have a chat, or anyone else who happens to be here and wants to come and chat. Fingers crossed. What was that noise that just went on?
Did you hear that? What was it?
It almost sounded like plates.
Did you kick
It
something?
sounded like something moving.
I've not moved my feet. Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who happens to be here and wants to come and chat? Fingers crossed. What was that noise that just went on?
Did you hear that?
And wants to come and chat? Fingers crossed. What was that noise that just went on?
It sounded like something moved in here.
Where you would have heard that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I definitely
we
heard that.
literally.
It sounded like it came from in.
Yeah,
it sounded to me
where
like
the
it
coffee
came from-
machine.
It appears
is.
Mr. Saunders is ready to go as well. So
Yeah.
Should we go in there? Wait.
Let's go.
on. Legitimately, I fucking heard what sounded like a plate or something.
I thought you kicked something.
No, I did
It
not
sounded
move.
like something in this room.
Something in literally.
Maybe I should take this beanie off because it's messing up my direction of ability here.
All right,
Definitely.
hold on. Let's stand in here. Let's stand in here.
Your GoPro's still. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's still there. I was
Yeah.
worried that fell over.
All right, let's just listen out here. All right.
see anything maybe out of place, anything not rooms.
All right. Let's just reach out. Let's go with this. Hey, to anyone here. Hello, my name is Jason.
And oh yes, I think my name's Michael.
We've got
My name is Shane.
behind the camera.
Cat.
If that was you that made a noise in here, we'd love for you to come and say hello. We're here out of Nothing But Respect. We're here to say hello, have a conversation. Maybe there's something you want to tell us, but if that was you that did just make a noise in here, can you make yourself known by potentially making that noise again, letting us know whereabouts you are, or if there's anything you want to potentially move or adjust, or lead us in a direction of where you are as well. Come forward. As you can see the light here, we're just using our equipment. If you need to use the batteries and the energy of our equipment, feel free to use it. Come forward and have a conversation. So let's just be quiet and listen out. I've got my hands up and we're all going to stand still and let's see if anything actually makes noise. That's what moved.
Yeah.
That's what fucking moved.
That fell over just before as well because I put that back up. So between when Cornelia was showing us here and when we came back in, that fell over then as well.
That fell over then as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And you can see that there's a bit of blue tack there, so I have a feeling that maybe that's something that happens regularly.
regularly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
camera on. we can potentially debunk that as not paranormal. If it's just held on with blue tack and it has been down before, that could potentially not be anything paranormal. Are we happy to say that's a possibility?
Definitely.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
If it keeps happening throughout the night, okay, cool.
That's a room, isn't it?
Well spotted.
I just turned around and saw that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Alright, so maybe not paranormal. I thought I heard a plane, but it was obviously hitting
So did I.
against this. It was obviously hitting against this because this is.
Yeah, that made what you said.
Yeah.
It's not a bit of glass. There you go.
Cool. Okay, so we can debunk that. That was kind of cool that we all heard that. So
Yeah.
It kind of was on cue as well.
Yeah.
it was on cue.
It really was. We'll just wait and see what happens with
Wait and
that.
see what happens with that.
I'll have to ask the staff if that's something that falls down
Yes.
regularly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of small stuff in here, a lot of cups and lots of kitchen utensils and things like that. So you would think it wouldn't take much to sort of,
Yeah.
cause a noise or something.
So there's a nice big open area at the front. He's been known to spot there's like a park bench and some olive trees. He's known to go around there. We'll probably have a good walk around as well. And there's a few olive trees down the back. We'll probably have a nice little investigation, a little walk down there.
Send you on your own.
What's that?
Send you on your own.
What? On my own? You're kidding! Yeah, that's gonna be good fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's alright.
We're sending off. So yeah,
And we might even have a little bit of surprise with the thing later on as well.
we got plenty of tools to have some fun with and see what happens.
So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'm sure you won't.
roll YouTube ad now. Oh well, so I guess this is the most active room supposedly. So I'm gonna get the toys out and have a play around. So anyone wants to know what this little thing is with our fluffy hat on? This is an EVP recorder. Essentially, we're going to talk, we're going to let this record, and we might actually hear some voices that could potentially come up on this that aren't any of us in the room. So we could play this back, see if we hear anything. It's just a ways of communicating. You're wondering what the little Russian hat looking thing is. It's just literally a mic, and any wind that's going to block it. We can all agree there's no breeze in here. Not at all.
No breeze. Feels breeze, Shannon.
no breeze.
No breeze.
No breeze.
Yeah, no breeze. No breeze.
And while we're here as well, I'll get. This is Shane over here behind the other camera, just so that you can see where everyone is in the room, and we are not moving.
So we're now recording on this, and right now, before we get into the spirit box and the word database here going, we're just going to have a conversation. I'm going to lay this here. So put it in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I
On the
reckon.
floor. Let's put it there. All right?
Yeah. That's not in the camera shot now.
That's all right. Essentially,
on the floor, or
that's right.
on a chair or something.
that's right. Because at the end of the day,
Okay.
if anyone gets up to move it, we're going to see.
Okay.
That's just central in the room. So that
Yeah,
way,
that's cool.
if they walk in, they're not going to feel as imposed having to walk through to all of us to speak here.
Yep.
That's probably a better option. So what we'll do is we'll just call out and see if we hear any noise, anything. So
Just going to move to the corner of the room.
yeah, no worries. No worries. You're in night mode now. He's in complete infrared. He's got the infrared on. So if you're seeing the green light through here, I don't know if you're picking it up, Kat.
Yeah, a little bit of green.
That's
there.
literally the infrared on.
It's like we've got some orbs or something at the moment.
Do you see some?
Yeah, something just went past. Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
That's what we want to hear.
Excellent.
Okay, so speaking to Mr. Saunders, I'm just going to refer to him as Mr. Saunders without using the full name. I think it's more.
More orbs, guys.
Yep.
There's no bugs in here, is there?
I don't see.
It's entirely possible that there would be mosquitoes in here, but
Are
I
they,
haven't seen any.
are they going one direction? Are they moving?
First they went to the right, my right, and then to the left.
Okay.
Okay. If there were mosquitoes, they would be on there frequently, though.
You're not. No. Nothing at the moment.
Are they between me and you, or are they behind me?
Difficult to tell, I'd say, between me and you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Above, about sort of above your head, me.
Okay. Great.
Moving.
Kevin.
So,
I can
over
see
the
something
top of
flying around now, so at least that's.
Yeah, outside.
Was that inside or outside?
That was outside.
That was outside, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Alright, so
It's like-
Mr. Saunders, if you are here, and if that was you, or thank you for showing yourself to us, if that was you that's come into the room, or if that's another person that has come into the room, thank you for joining us. As you see on the table here in front of us, we've got a little device that has a little orange light. At any stage you want to have a chat with us, feel free to speak into that. That is a way for you to get in contact with us. Anything you want to say, feel free to talk in that. We're going to ask some questions now, and then we'll leave like a pause in between, see if we can hear anything, give them a chance to respond. So let's just roll with it. Mr. Saunders, is that you? Is there anyone here? Here's a question as well. If you were able to, and it was you that knocked down that picture, can you do it again? Prove to us that that was you that did that. If that thing falls down now, like literally in the next 30 seconds, that would be mad.
It was at this point our EVP recorder captured a strange audio. We ourselves could not make out what it quite says, so we'll play the audio here now boosted for you to hear.
That was you that did that. If that thing falls down now, like literally in the next 30 seconds, that would be mad. How's everyone feeling in here? Are you comfortable? Yeah. Comfortable?
Yep.
Comfortable? You feeling comfortable in this room?
Not particularly.
Not particularly. What are you feeling in, Kat?
I have a pretty uneasy feeling at the moment. Could be any number of things though.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anxiousness.
Yeah. But I wasn't feeling it before, so yeah.
Do you feel like a dynamic has changed in the last 15, 20 minutes?
Slightly.
Slightly?
Slightly.
No, I don't feel a dynamic switch.
That's really interesting.
But mood-wise, I feel okay. I don't.
I'm with you.
Yep.
I feel it's from when I walked in, I was like, anticipation was there. I felt a bit of an energy when I walked in here. Don't know if it's just a building or the fact that we had this place to do this, which is just fucking awesome. But I don't feel like much of a shift. Like, I don't feel much of a shift. I'm pretty the same.
That the heaviness and uneasiness has just gone.
Has just gone?
Yeah. That's why I asked him which side of the room. It's like, it literally, I was just like, started just feeling different. I was like,
Interesting.
yeah.
If the orbs were seen around where Michael was on that side, that could potentially be a reason why, because it's closer to you two.
Well,
Just a theory, just a theory.
Last time I saw the orb, it was heading in your direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was headed my way.
It was.
Well,
'cause
that's
it went,
interesting
It
then.
went to my right and then it went to my left.
Well, we're going to look out, because if it's giving you an uneasy feeling, then you're the one picking it up, it might be more comfortable around you. But here's the thing, right? And this is the thing about spirits and paranormal, when people talk about ghosts or whatnot, and like we really don't know what exists and what doesn't. I mean, we can capture stuff. You can pretty much say, you know, we've got a pretty good photo of Swan River Tunnel. I can't explain. Something does happen, but we can do as many investigations as we want, and we're never going to really fully be able to explain stuff we've captured, right? But people think when they think of paranormal and ghosts, now that doesn't necessarily mean that it is bad. And that's the thing you got to understand, is that there is this potential presence here might not necessarily mean harm or anything in a bad way. This is some energy that we're just picking up on because it's here, and anxiety is running high because, well, if we capture something, that's going to be damn cool, but there's multiple things that with paranormal is, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Maybe it's just here, maybe it just exists, maybe this was because this is made in honor of him. That's the fridge just changing. Yeah, that's just the fridge starting up. If that got any noisier, and it picks it up. It's like, if this is in honor of him, this might be why he comes here, because this was made for him. You know what I mean? So we just don't know. We just don't know. But at the end of the day, I've not had a different feeling. I've been comfortable since I walked in, and I'm still comfortable now. Anything you might want to ask?
Yes. Mr. Saunders, would you like to communicate with us?
If you don't want us here, can you maybe knock back, knock on a wall, move something, make a noise? If you would like us not to be here, could you also give us a sign? Because we don't want to feel like we're intrusive.
Alright, well, thanks for not knocking there, I appreciate it.
That's my chair creaking.
Also, we're right in a flight path, or close to, yeah, so
Yeah, you will hear
these
planes.
noises are aeroplanes.
Yeah. Should we do the word word database first of all,
Yeah,
and see if it comes up with anything that's, you know, worthwhile. So what I'm going to get up now is this, what once was an iPhone, is now a massive word database for spirits to use. It's literally got a database, and they can manipulate it using energy to pick words they want to speak. We have used it at Swan River Tunnel. We had some stuff come through that was just a bit of jargon. We had a lot of names come through. However, we did get some stuff come through that said can't breathe and horses, which was actually made sense for the area we were in. So whether or not this actually works, we're still in testing mode to see what this does. We're going to hope for the best, and we'll put it on. I'm going to put it in airplane mode as well, so nothing can, no Wi-Fi, no signals, nothing can pick up. So essentially, if anything comes from here, it will say words out loud. Hopefully, it actually says it out loud. If not, I'll just go on. So Spirit Talker is rolling, as you can see. Boom on there, boom on there. If it comes up with words, but it'll be interesting to see if this actually says anything legit or it's just jargon.
Yeah.
Whether anything makes sense that comes through here. Just have it on, but you can continue asking questions, man.
Yeah.
If any, by the way, if any of you guys want to ask a question, just fucking say it out loud and go for it. We just had one word actually come through: evidence.
What is it?
Evidence.
Evidence?
Evidence.
Wow, okay.
Is
That just came through just then.
Yeah, just it was manipulated to say evidence.
Evidence of what?
The orbs. That's the only evidence we've had.
You were asking before if if that was you that knocked down the picture, do it again to prove that it was you. Evidence, proof.
Evidence and
Evidence
orbs.
is proof.
And orbs is.
Could be.
It's just
Could be.
really.
It's the first word that's come through.
We've also asked for proof that there's somebody here, so yeah, it's just like it's.
It's just come through and said whenever. Did I hear a door squeak?
I think my chair maybe,
Your chair's a little bit squeaky.
possibly.
Okay.
Interesting.
I just heard something squeak.
I think I was just shafting my legs, I think, as a
I didn't hear anything. Nothing.
I didn't hear it either.
It was squealing.
It's just come through and said whenever. It's just come through and said whenever. It's just come through and said whenever. Evidence and whenever.
Well, what about right now?
What about it?
Well, you got whenever. Well, right now.
Yeah, looking good.
Or are they trying to say in general?
I don't know. Evidence would be great.
Oh, 15 came up.
And whenever.
15 as well came up.
15.
15. I don't know what
15?
that's referring to.
It's random.
And then forgive me.
For what?
15.
Forgive me could be like they're trying to make noise or trying to do
15
something.
minutes? 15.
15's a long stretch.
Yeah.
Evidence whenever. Forgive me, maybe because they can't make noise.
Evidence.
They're having trouble communicating.
The whole-
15 and forgive me were quite close together compared to the other things that were said.
Maybe 15 was a mistake. Maybe something else.
I
was
mean,
there.
that's the thing, is if it's trying to manipulate a word database, it might not be perfect.
For the first time, particularly if it's Mr. Saunders who's never seen an iPhone before.
Yeah, that's right. He wouldn't even know what this
Just
technology
saying.
is. Actually, fair play. He probably wouldn't even know what this technology is. This is
No.
probably completely brand new for him, and it's going to be
Yeah. He died in 1919, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I swear I just saw a shadow.
Really?
Just before I said that sentence, I saw a
You
shadow.
said that as words just came up on here. It said forgive me, and the next thing it's just said is forgive my sins.
Whoa.
So forgive me and forgive my sins back to front.
I have no idea if anything came up on the camera because I was looking at you, and I couldn't tell if it was behind you or in front of you.
Fridge.
That's fridge. I don't know if it was even outside the window. Might have been between you and the window, I'm not sure, but it was like a black shadow and it literally went the whole way across very quickly.
As it said, forgive my sins.
Yeah, without, it didn't have like the shape of a person necessarily, just, yeah.
Just a shadow.
Just
moving
a shadow.
quick.
It had a shape. Huh?
It was moving fast, yeah?
Yeah, it was moving quite fast.
Well, it's interesting that that came up at the exact same fucking time.
Mm.
I still feel comfortable though.
Yeah.
I don't feel any different.
I don't feel any
I don't-
threat or anything like that.
I don't feel any
Collapse.
different either, actually.
Collapse.
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 It's interesting.
At the time, this made little sense to what was coming through to us, but keep this word in mind as the investigation progresses, as it will have a significant meaning later on in the evening.
Evidence was fairly on cue.
Mm.
Whenever. Fairly on cue, what were we saying? 15's really out there, we don't know. Then forgive me, followed by forgive my sins, followed by collapse.
Interesting.
It's definitely taken a different
Remember, forgive me, and my response to that was for what?
Yeah, or
That is what you said, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then,
forgive
oh,
my sins.
forgive my sins. It's pretty frank. Pretty.
I mean, that
Direct response.
literally manipulated 3 words at that one time.
Yeah, wow.
So, if you are here and this isn't Mr. Saunders, can you give us a sign and let us know? Can you tell us your name? That's weird. So if this isn't...
What was
It's
that?
quite windy outside at the moment.
That was inside, yeah?
That was inside.
I heard a voice. Did you hear it?
No.
It sounded like it was coming from out there. sounded like someone was like yelling out, "Oi," like to get attention. And it actually sounded like an elderly gentleman. And it sounded like it was coming out from out there,
Well,
but it wasn't very clear.
words that have just come up here. When I said if that's anyone else that's here, can you let us know? Straight away it said 2. Which is wild because of what I just said.
Two.
2. So
2 people.
2 people. That it's crazy because of what I said literally before it said what it said.
Yeah, wow. Did a light just turn off?
Yeah, something dimmed.
Something dimmed on that.
Yeah, wow. Did a light just turn off?
Yeah, something dimmed.
Something dimmed on that.
Yeah, wow. Did a light just turn off?
Yeah, something dimmed.
Something dimmed on that. Did you?
Yeah, I turned towards it as soon as it happened.
Did something just walk in front of that light and dim that camera? Did
Possibly.
something literally?
Something got dimmed it.
Something dimmed that. Are you using energy from that? Could they be using energy from that? Demonstrate.
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 Whoa.
Demonstrate. We all saw that fucking dim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that fucking dimmed.
Yeah.
That camera should pick that dim up. That dimmed and then it said fucking demonstrate.
How many of those did we get?
Sorry? None. I've had none. I just accidentally had a bit of caffeine from Cat Stream.
Mr. Saunders, if that was you or anyone else here present, can you please dim that light again?
Please dim that light. Use the energy of our devices to dim that light. Something flickering in that camera. You see that?
No, I didn't.
That'd be interesting. Be interesting to know. That dimmed, and that camera's lens went dark. This is very interesting.
Some pretty solid responses.
We are getting some solid responses. There's some that are a bit of a stretch, but we're getting
Some are like direct answers to what was asked.
meeting.
Meeting.
And this is a bit like a meeting, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I mean, this is somewhat relevant information.
We're meeting them, they're meeting us.
Yeah.
We're having a meeting.
I mean, we're all sitting down.
It's a meeting,
It is like
yeah.
a meeting environment.
Yeah.
This is it's actually giving us some pretty on point stuff.
Things like evidence and demonstrate.
When we said, is there anyone else here? It said 2.
2.
Literally straight away it said 2. I couldn't say that loud because you thought you heard something. So I literally went to go like that and he went shh. And I was like, fuck.
Can we get a name? Can.
It's just said meeting again. Twice in a row.
Oh. Okay. Who am I meeting with? Who are we meeting with?
So,
Here's your name. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
A smart response to what you literally just said.
Yep.
John, Jimmy. Is that a nickname for John?
Jimmy can be. Jimmy's usually a nickname for James.
James.
But there's 2 people here, remember? So
Supposedly 2 people. But you literally just asked,
I wanted a name.
you wanted a name. We've
I
got
want to know who
Jimmy.
I'm meeting with.
Jimmy.
Alright.
Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
If this
Good
is
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for chatting with us. We appreciate that, really do. Nice to meet you too. You're here in the meeting, which is awesome. Can you make a noise around the room of whereabouts you are? If you've walked in, you maybe try and make a noise by the door. If you're in the middle here, maybe you've come to speak on our piece of equipment there. Knocks. Holy shit! What did I just say?
Make a noise.
If you can make a noise. And
Knocks.
it's just said knocks.
Maybe he's about to make a knock.
Alright,
Yes,
we'll
please.
listen out. We'll listen out.
maybe, remember when I thought I heard a voice, there was a knock from the kitchen, something sounded like something went clonk in the kitchen, remember?
Yeah.
We all heard that clonk in the kitchen, maybe that was him.
I thought we called that as a prove.
Prove.
Yeah, prove. The knocking will prove.
Exactly.
Did you hear that? Did you hear it?
Is that a knock?
Felt like something? No, not that.
That's
Felt
the
like
fridge.
something like a crack.
I think this tripod just made a noise.
No, it sounded like it came from out there.
Okay.
Is there a different room you want us to go to? This is crazy, right? Feel.
What? Field?
Feel.
Feel or field?
Feel. F-E-L. Feel.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get goosebumps on my arm. Don't know if anyone else is getting anything.
Not me.
My arm's tingling, but I think that's because of the camera.
Jimmy, would you like to try darkening the light again as what you did before?
Yeah, see if you can dim that light. See if you can dim that light. That is one of the craziest things I've seen. That light dimming.
I thought that was just my contact lenses playing up.
No, the fucking thing did.
Absolutely, there was something.
We all noticed it.
Energy. Energy. We just asked to dim the light and it's saying energy. I said, what did I just say? Use the energy of the light. Use the equipment. It's just come back and said energy. There's another intelligent response.
Did you just hear something out there?
Very faint.
Did you just hear something make noise behind you? You didn't move in your chair, did you? Don't move.
Don't move. Okay.
What did I literally just say?
Oh,
You can't tell me that's not weird.
That is weird.
I just said, did you just move? Because I heard something behind you, don't move.
oh, that's what the response was.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling him not to move.
No, the response said, don't move straight away.
Oh shit.
On cue.
Yeah, as soon
Like,
as you said, did you just move?
Beverly. We've now got Beverly. A name
Beverly.
Beverly come through.
Okay. Hi, Beverly.
Be looking up if these names are people associated with
Beverly and Jimmy.
Beverly and Jimmy.
I'm gonna go turn the fridge off. I'm gonna go flick it off the power point,
Okay.
if I can find it.
Are we sure we can have it off for an hour, right?
I guess so. Yeah. What's in it?
I'm sure we can at least have it off for, 10 to 15 minutes, so we can
Yeah.
do something.
What's in
Right,
it?
should we take a break, stretch our legs, then come back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Alright, you want to switch your cameras off,
Right.
guys?
Yeah, cool.
Jimmy, Beverly, we will be back
We will be back, stay with us.
very shortly.
Yeah, so as we went on our little break just now, I decided to do a bit of research on some of the words that came up on our little spirit talker. So I can't remember if the part was on camera, which I don't think it was, where a name came up before on the spirit talker and it was Jimmy. A lot of us are quite familiar the fact that here in Australia, especially in Australia, that if you know someone of the name Jimmy, their birth name is usually James. So Jimmy is a nickname for James. And Mr. Saunders, when he very first started up his business, he became a business partner with a man named James. And that's the first thing that came up on his Wikipedia history. So that was very interesting. So obviously James becomes Jimmy. Everyone probably called him Jimmy, Saunders probably called him Jimmy, so on and so forth. But what was really interesting as I continued my research, another name came up, the last name came up before our break came in on the Spirit Talker, and the name was Beverly. The interesting thing is that unfortunately, I do regret to inform everyone, is that Mr. Saunders is actually a widower. He was married twice. His first wife died a couple of years after their newborn son passed away, which is quite sad. His first wife's name was Lily, which is commonly also can be used as a nickname, a short name for Beverly. So Lily, Beverly, it's a possibility that
Could be a
Lily,
stretch,
that
but-
Beverly may have been Lily, his first wife. So we don't know. It's a possibility. I thought it was interesting. Not surprised that Beverly has come up.
That screen did something again.
I'm not surprised Beverly has come up because I'm sure that it's probably a sensitive thing for Mr. Saunders, or he's probably quite happily sitting by her side right now, which would be quite nice and sweet.
I mean, if they're both here, awesome.
Yeah, which they could be.
Did say 2.
He could be with 2 people.
Exactly,
He
I
could
was
be with
thinking
2
that.
people.
Because we asked, how many.
We
like,
got 2 names. It said 2, and we've had 2 names.
The question was, though, that we asked it is there anybody else here? And we got 2.
Yeah.
So that could be 2 more people.
And we've only had 2 other names.
And we don't know. But we also haven't had Mr. Saunders come through and identify himself.
We haven't had him identify himself as we know of. There is that which we haven't listened to on playback to see whether or not that has confirmed. So
This is true.
obviously in the editing process, we now know if anything has come through on that. We have not listened to playback live. So we don't know if that is true or not. But without knowing what that has said so far, we don't know if he has made himself known. Could have made himself known.
Okay.
So, anyone else got anything to add?
So there's 3 people then. 3 people we got.
Quite
Possibly,
possibly,
potentially 3.
Quite possibly Mr. Saunders.
At least 2.